What's good, chat? How are we feeling? I'm sorry about being like an hour and a half late. I blame my ISP, but we are here. So the way we're gonna do this is going to be game by game. I will allow y'all like 3 to 4 like looks per game. But in order to get through the entire slate, because there's like 15 games and a ton of data, I think it might be best to cap the amount of things I pull through chat. But we're going to be researching most everything anyway, so I think it will work. But of course, as always, please feel free to put any names in chat and we'll look them up. But try to keep them in the game that we're looking at, so it's a little bit less confusing. But anyway, how the heck are we feeling? What are the dang vibes? While we're doing that, let me get a prop finder pulled up for us. I do not want. There we go. Now we're Gucci. Anywho, let's start. So the first couple of games have already started. Honestly, they're kind of bad games. If we want to go over this Pitt Chicago game, we can, but there's really nothing in it that I have bet on myself. But do y'all have anything y'all want to look at in this game before you kind of just pass it? How do you feel about the Emmett Sheehan 4K's discount? I haven't seen no discount for Emmett myself, but is he still in the Dodgers? That's a bit further down the uh the slate, so we'll get to him a bit later. But do y'all have anything in the Pirates Cubs game? Otherwise, I'm probably just going to skip it because if you look at the weather for this game, it's kind of hideous. It is kind of hideous. Anytime you have wind blowing in at Wiggly Field, it is no bueno. Now, I appreciate y'all for showing up. I'm excited to do this. I'm so sorry that I didn't get it done at 11. I blame my ISP. But we are here now. So, anyhow, no one said anything about the Cubs and Pirates. O'Hearn over 5 hits. Okay, Hearn's been crazy. He looks so good. But for some reason, I just haven't been able to get him on the right night. But what we can do, pull up the Pirates really quickly and see what he looks like. I mean, he 3-5 versus Cabrera. Incredible slug, incredible ISO. I wouldn't be looking for him to get a home run, but he does look good today. He's had a double, a single, 2 field outs, and a single, so he's hitting the ball. He's not getting K'd. Let's look at him versus the pitch mix. Play Pirates. PCA looks good against Ashcraft. Yeah, I think PCA is probably good for bases. We'll take a look at him next. Let me pull up hits. So you're just wanting for a hit? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a hit, to be honest with you. I usually don't just do hits myself because they're incredibly juicy. So he's K'ing at 22%, which is not great, but it's not high. So I'm not super worried about that. If we bring up his pitch mix versus Cabrera, let's look at 2026. So he's going to see the change up around, let's make it 32%, because last year threw it 28% or 29% of the time. This year, limited data saying 44% of the time. So let's just meet in the middle and say around 32. He's getting on base with it. He's batting well against the changeup this year in particular. Last year, didn't really see it particularly well, but I mean, I don't hate it because O'Hearn's been incredible this year. I mean, you can see his 370 batting average. Woba's great, slug's great, ISO's great, on base percentage is great, low K rate. I don't mind a hit. I don't want to bet it at -147 personally. I'll probably go to something similar to like HRRs and see who's around him. So for O'Hearn, you got Reynolds in front of him. Reynolds actually looked interesting if this was not Wrigley. So I don't mind an HRR for O'Hearn. You got Brandon Lowe and Reynolds in front of him. Ozuna, who's had a very terrible start to the year behind him, and then York behind Ozuna. So HR is probably a decent look. And then we'll take a look at PCA. Where are you at? The Cubs. There you are. So for Ashcraft, He's pretty suppressive. However, we'll just quickly look at PCA anyway. PCA looks good. Low K rating, even lower than O'Hearn. Pitch mix looks good. Slugs looks good. ISO looks good. Batting average looks good. He's barreling the ball. Hard hit percentage is high. Bat speed high. His launch angle is what's keeping him from hitting it out of the park. Yeah, weather's terrible. That's the reason I have nothing in this game, Donald. Totally agree. 40% fly ball. So let's take a peek-see. Against, it's only 4 at bats, but 11 pitches, so not a terrible sample size, but not a great one. He's got a 750 batting average, 1250 slug, 500 ISO, 2 doubles. Is this a walk? No, that's not a walk. I don't know what that is. Maybe fielder's choice or something. Hard and 2 hard hits. In 2026, however, yeah, PCA is probably good for a double. PCA is probably good for a double. Or bases. I like bases personally, but let's just say for the sake of this conversation, he's going to see the 4-seamer around 35% of the time because 2025, 36, 26, 35.1. So we'll say he's going to see the 4-seamer most of the time, right? And then we'll go to right-handed pitchers. We'll do all-time. We're going to filter out the outs because we're not super interested. And then wind's blowing in. So, yeah, I would look at a double or bases, but I think bases is probably your safer play. And if you want to get really particular, I would look at HRR potentially because Ian Happ looks great. I cannot say this guy's last name, so I'm not going to attempt. Looks great. PCA looks great. So I would probably go HRR, but I'd probably lean bases just because of the upside of the odds. And I think he's capable of getting a double. And you can get it for around, looks like plus 190 because of the weather. So I'll probably lean bases for PCA. Probably not betting it myself, though. Cabrera's 17 pitching outs. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Let's pull up the model because I don't bet Ks very often. That's not my bag. But this is the model that we have that Swish built. This is kind of like Swish took my brain and put it inside of this, what I look for in particular. When I'm researching home runs and such. So this is relative how I would look at it anyway. So we'll look at that really quickly. Cubs, Cabrera, Ks. We haven't projected at 5.3. Let's see if we agree with that over here. And then let me check how many innings he's. It looks like 5.3 as well, so around 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. What'd you say? 17? That might be tough to get to. Well, I guess with the weather, it's not a bad option, but you're just kind of banking on him going 6 innings. That would be my worry. If we go only 2026, can't see this one for some reason. It's like hiding off the screen. Hang on. It's not showing me how many innings he went here. But he went 6 in this game against the Angels. I don't know what he went in versus Cleveland, so I can't tell. Hey, I appreciate that, Chang. Thank you. But if you think he goes 6 innings, which is possible with the weather at Wiggly Field, yeah, I think 17 outs makes a lot of sense. It's been bad for home runs, like the Wrigley Field or the weather. The weather certainly has. Batter walk's been solid market for me. Yeah, totally. Facts I learned to avoid K's last season. Too many batters willing to. You just got to find the right spots. I've got one that I like a little bit later for KC. Yeah, totally. 100% Donald. I like. I've been still betting home runs when I think there's a lot of upside and the odds are there. But mostly I'm relying on bases because bases are essentially just like if you're betting on someone that you think that could get a home run, you're expecting power, right? And so if they're hitting with power, if they're not hitting a home run and it's not being a field out, it's likely a double or a triple, an extra base hit, right? So I've been making a lot of bread and butter off of bases. Suarez for 16 pitching outs. I don't think we've gotten there yet. Well, we'll get to it though. I'll save it really quickly. What's up, King? How are you? Jeffers for the Twins against the lefties. Oh, I don't hate that. I do not hate that. I think that's the next game too, right? Yeah. Let's slide there. Let's see what we can do for. Wait. Jeffers for the Twins against lefties. Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. Firstly, I think Joe Ryan is an absolute dong machine. He's not as quiet. He's kind of quiet this year, I'll be honest, and forward. But the man will give it up to anyone, specifically on the left-hand side. So I like finding spots against him. He's throwing the four-seamer 50% of the time, and the four-seamer 55% of the time last year. So I feel pretty comfortable thinking he's going to throw the four-seamer to a lot of people. Hang on, the wife is messaging me. Oh, okay, never mind. We're Gucci. I did have a play I was interested in this game. I had a couple, actually. I like Guerrero, and I'll show you why. Matty knows well. Let me find out. Thank you. I appreciate that. So for the four-seamer in particular, Vladdy is hitting that thing crazy. His WOBA is insane. His batting average is insane. His slug is insane. You want a little bit more on this ISO, but that might just be limited data, because if you look at 2025, it's at plus 200. Not elite by any means, but definitely a threshold that I'm comfortable looking at to take over on home runs. He hit 4 home runs last year, had a 14% K rate against the four-seamer. This year, he's got 0 home runs and a 28.6 K rate. That's limited data, not reading too much into it, but not excited to bet into it either. The reason I'm okay with it is Joe Ryan is an absolute dong machine, so not super worried. However, so if we come down here to four-seamer, filter for just the right-handed pitcher, since that's what Joe Ryan is, and we're just going to look at the extra base hits. Basically, what happens if he hits the four-seamer and it's not an out, right, against a right-handed pitcher? 24% of the time, it's a double. 15% of the time, it's a home run. 60% of the time, it's a single. 15% of the time, it's a fly ball. 45% of the time, it's a line drive. 40% of the time, it's a ground ball. I feel very good about taking Vlad for a home run. I think he's around like 493 last I checked. Let me see. 560. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very okay with 560 for Vladdy. He might not get it, but I know he's going to be swinging for the fences. And what I'm going to do to ensure I don't lose money is I'm also going to take his bases, because if he gets on base and it's not a home run, I feel great about it being an extra base hit. I feel really good about it because if you combine the 15 and 24%, you're on around 40%. It's either a double or a home run versus 60% a single. If you want to play even more conservatively, just take his HRRs. I feel very good about his HRR. I feel very good about his bases. I'm sprinkling the home run and taking bases. Let me look at Jeffers for price. Let me know if y'all have any questions on Vladdy while I'm pulling this up. So for Lauer, he's allowing 1.51 home run per 9 to the right-hand batter. Allowed 12 home runs last year. See what he has done this year so far. I hate when this does this. Give me like 3 to 5 business days. George Springer hit Ryan as well. Yeah, I think George Springer, is kind of cold at the plate right now. The last couple of games. We'll take a look at him though. I don't even do a quarter unit. I just do 0.1 unit. Squilled. I think it's too early in the season for me specifically to do a quarter unit on the home run. I just do 0.1. But I like Vladdy a lot. And I like one more, and we'll get to him in a second. So if we want to look at 2026, oh yeah, so he's still giving it up. He's allowed 1 home run in 6 innings, 1.5 HR9, hard hit 43.8%, 25% fly ball, 25% home run to fly ball. If it's a fly ball, it was going out of the park 4 times, 1 out of 4 times. Again, only 6 innings pitched, but that's crazy. So let's see what he is giving it up to. It was the right-hand batter, 4-seamer. Let's see here. And then we'll pull up Jeffers to combine. So 40% fly ball, that's great. 20% line drive, so 60% between the two of those, and only a 20% ground ball in the last 5. 20% home run per fly ball. So if it's in the air, 1 of 4 is going out. Hard hit percentage of 40%. And then he's allowing 20, 40, 40 on pull, straight, and oppo. Pull means if you're a right-hand batter, you're hitting it to the left-hand side of the park. If you're a left-hand batter, hitting it to the right-hand side of the park. Straight means you're hitting it center field. Oppo means you're hitting opposite of what I said a moment ago. So I would like to see the exit velocity be a bit higher here, but I'm not super worried because it's very limited data. But gosh, I'll find it, please. I feel pretty comfortable in taking a right-handed batter, so I'm hoping Jeffers is right-handed. Let's see here. Oh, he is. Let's go. We'll see how he's seeing the four-seamer though. Four-seamer last year, he didn't do great. He didn't have a lot of power, but he wasn't striking out to it. 2026, no power at all. He's got K 20% of the time over 25 pitches. However, he's hitting something well here. It looks like it's the four-seamer, and I don't understand why. 90.20 quarter exit velocity, 33% launch angle, 334 filled out. Interesting. 1 in 30 home runs and arcs. He's hitting the ball really well. The trouble is the launch angle and the distance. So what are you looking for Jeffers for specifically, Price? Are you just looking at HRR? Is that what you're looking at? Yeah, that LA is off. By the way, LA is launch angle. Launch angle matters so much in home runs because the ball needs to hit the bat at a specific angle for it to even have an opportunity to go out of the park. That's not saying that's the only thing that matters, but it's very important. HRR and total bases. I probably wouldn't go bases because, like, again, you're just not seeing the distance. Let's just see what he looks like with just the four-seamer and no outs. I guess it's possible. 24% of the time it's a double if it's not out. And it's the four-seamer. He's going to see it 50% of the time. 64% of the time it's a single. 11% or 12% of the time is a home run. So it's possible. You're right around 40% as well. My issue with this one in particular is I don't know. It's a line trap 58%. Yeah, bases is probably fine. But the thing that would worry me is just this number right here, right? His batting average this year is 235. Right? That's the thing that's keeping me off of it in particular is the batting average. And his K rate's insane, 47%. What's your thoughts on that now, Price? I'd probably stay away. I'm curious about Josh Bell. Josh Bell has been good to me this year. I've called him on a couple of home runs. Now he will be hitting lefty today, so we'll see what he is hitting left. Hitting left, he's better than he is hitting right. He's had 18 home runs, a 262 average, 450 slug, 14 doubles, 53 RBIs. Josh Bell might be something. Now, the only thing that is a little bit worrisome about Josh in this spot is the Lauer, I think, gives up more naturally to righties, but sometimes if the batter is good enough, I'm willing to take the shot. Yeah, 47% is crazy. 47% is crazy. I'll look at Brooks League next. I got you, Rain. I promise. Then go ahead and favor that so I can look over. But I'm interested. Oh, ground ball's terrible. Jesus. Yeah, probably not. I don't. How is that so? Just no barrel, I guess. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Just no barrel. Let's see what it is down here, though. Four-seamer, 21% of the time, 23. So you're on 40-something percent of the time. 54% of the time it's a single. 28% of the time it's in the air. Well, actually, 60. Let's make it 69% of the time. Nice. It's in the air. 31% of the time it's on the ground. 20-76, he's hitting the ball well. You could probably, depending on the weak spot here, get Josh Bell in a good HRR spot. Also, Jeffers is it. Oh, yeah. I like this. Jeffers is in a weak spot, too. That's notable. Weak spots are so good when it comes to home runs and just hitting with power in general. In the 4 spot, Lauer is giving up an average of 293 at bat, slugging of 585, ISO of 292, 3 home runs, 3 doubles, 8 RBIs, and a 25% K rate. And then Jeffers is at a 226 batting average, 290 slug, 64 ISO. Again, just no power, but has 2 doubles and 2 RBIs, 17 through. I'll probably go HRR on Jeffers. I don't think that's a bad look. Josh Bell, same thing. I mean, I might even sprinkle the bases for Josh Bell, to be honest. 244 batting average, 407 slug, 163 ISO. Again, just not meeting the threshold for the home run. 5 home runs though, 5 doubles, 24 RBIs, 17. Yeah, I want to take the HR on Josh Bell. We'll make that official. What time is this game? What time is the first pitch Eastern time for this game? Because I want to take the HR for Josh Bell. Anyone have the info on that? Plus 101. Are you kidding me? 307. Oh yeah. We're making that official. 100% taking Josh Bell HRR. Let's see what kind of odds we can get for Josh Bell. This might be too small for y'all to read. I apologize. If so, let me know. I can make it bigger. For total bases for Josh Bell, best offered at you have Kalshi plus 159. That's a crazy number. FanDuel plus 130, MGM plus 155, DraftKings plus 146. That's probably the best number when it gets to DraftKings. And then what's Hard Rock? Plus 140 at Hard Rock. So around ballpark, plus 130. Anything above plus 130 feels good to me, in my opinion. I want to take this plus 146 on DraftKings. If you have Kalshi, oh my, definitely sprinkle it on Kalshi. Taking Josh Bell HRR. Let me go ahead and favorite that so I know that we're going to add that to my Discord list. But I don't hate Jeffers HR either. Brooks Lee. Let's take a look at Brooks Lee. Brooks Lee is also in an HR. I mean, a weak spot. And then he is allowing, Lauer is allowing a 231 average, 564 slug, 333 ISO, 3 home runs, 4 doubles, 3 RBIs, 11% K rate. That's crazy. 4 walks, 866. I forget what this is. 302 on base percentage. Brooks Lee might go. Brooks Lee might go, depending on what the pitch mix is. He's just not seeing the 4-seamer. Well, he hasn't seen many. I think that's important. Let's just run through the emotions on this one. He's not seeing many, so I want to back it up to last 25 from last year. I'm going to cherry pick a couple. Yeah, I mean, he's had great history with it. Eric Lauer right there, right? 4-seamer, 108 exit velocity, 23 launch angle, 393 distance, 78.7 bat speed, 90% pitch velocity, home run, 30 out of 30. Eric Lauer, 4-seam, 101, 24, 29 launch angle, 406. Did he hit 2 on the same day? Yeah, he had 2. He had 2 on the same day. Wait, no, what? This one's filled out. That's crazy. Look at the distance between these two, and this one's a filled out. The 406 is a filled out. But yeah, Brooks Lee might go. Yeah, let them know, Chang. Let them know. Did y'all know that there is a like button? If you like this content, or you like Josh more than you like me, please, for the love of all things that are holy, especially this home run that Brooks Lee's about to put out of the park, like the dang stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, so if you filter out the outs, which I think is important because you just want to look at what's going out of the park, and you look at basically what I'm trying to see is how many times he's putting in the air and how many times if he puts it in the air is it going out. 20% of the time, right? That's crazy. The only thing that would concern me about this is this number, 30% ground ball. However, I'm still very intrigued. Still very intrigued. So switch hitter is leading right-handed today. Let's see if he's a good right-handed batter, though. Hitting right. I mean, he's better technically than he is left. He has 5 home runs, but he has 11 on the left. That's so interesting. His slug is better on the right, but he has 6 more home runs on the left. That's interesting. I don't know if I read too much into that. What is his odds? And plus 760. What were y'all looking at for Brooksley in general? Rain. Do you have a specific angle you liked with him? And I'll get to you in a second, Cap. I promise. But definitely bases. I think bases are a very good look. Plus 180 on DK. Wait, did Schwarber and Harper just do something? Let's go, baby. Harper just hit one out of the park. If you were in the Discord this morning, you got the HRR. Schwarber also hit one out of the park. I really wanted to bet Schwarber. I did. Let me pull up the Discord. I did show y'all this morning. Let me brag for a second. I dropped this in the Discord earlier, and this is the reason we look at this, right? This is Schwarber. This was Schwarber. Oh, y'all can't see it. Let me share my window. It's not going to let me stop screen. Yeah. Share screen. Window. Share. Yeah, this is Schwarber this morning. Look at that. That is nutty. Home run. Basically, if it wasn't a field out, it was a home run. And then this was his this is the reason we like the bases are good, Rain. Bases are very good. Yeah, this is the reason we like taking out the outs, so we can just see what the percentage is. 42% home run if it was 42% home run if you take out the outs, basically. If it wasn't an infield or in play out, like it was a home run. And then if you included the double, right, you're at like 60 something percent of it being the bases are being cleared rather than the 40% on a single. That's crazy. That is absolutely nutty. All right, here we go. But yeah, I like the bases on Brooksley. I think that's a good look. I would even sprinkle the home run. Again, just 0.1 unit, but you just never know. Let me see where he's pulling the ball. Is he pulling the ball? He's hitting off. Yeah, he's pulling the ball. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So he's a righty, so he'd be hitting out just bases. Just go bases. Go bases. If he hits oppo, he might get it out, but it's more likely he pulls the ball. The bases, I think, is a very good look. I will look at Chase, and then we will slide to the next game. Oh no, I got one more I want to look at. I got one more. We'll look at Chase, and then we'll slide. Chase. Wait, that's a different game, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, I think that's a different game. Isn't he White Sox? That might be a different game. I think that is a different game. I like Davis Schneider as well. Four-seamer this year, he's seen it 13 pitches, 500 batting average, 649 WOBA, 1,000 slug, 500 ISO, no home runs, 0 Ks. Last year, seen 151 of them, 333 batting average, 501 WOBA, 704 slugging, which is nutty. And then a 370 ISO, 3 home runs, 19% K rate. So it's notable that Joe Ryan is K'ing at 39% of the time. This year he's K'ing at 23% of the time. So let's just cut it in half and say around, you expect 30% of the time he's going to K someone. I think it's also notable that Davis is not K'ing often, right? So if you look at the four-seamer just by itself, and we'll do like the last 15. Look at that. His exit velocity looks good. His barrel looks good. His average exit velocity of this year looks very good. And his barrel is at 50% this year. That's crazy. And then if you just go scroll down to a little bit last year, home run filled out, home run filled out, home run filled out, double, single filled out. So bases, HRR, home run, I'm taking it all. But officially in the Discord, I'm going to suggest HRR because if you come right here, I think he's a right-handed pitcher, 2026. You have Vlad, Sanchez, and Schneider right here. So if Vlad gets on base, Schneider hits him home. So HRR is probably a really good spot right here for him. But I'm going to take his home run and his HRR. And then if you go right down here, filter just the seamer, the out, right pitcher. He's left-handed, I believe. No, he's right-handed. Okay, so he's hitting this way. Yeah, perfect, because he's definitely pulling. Yeah, 80% pull. That's great. Definitely means the ball's coming this way. He's going to bat into some wind, but he's with a 704 slug. I'm not worried about it. 21% double, 30% home run, 47% single. I feel pretty good about it. If you include the outs, he's at 70% out, but I think that's irrelevant to what we're trying to do. I'm going to sprinkle the home run, which is offered at 550 on Hard Rock. It might be better some other places, but I think that's well worth it. And I want to take the HRR. Again, I want to make these official when I get into the Discord. If you have MGM, 0.5 HRR is crazy for minus 155. I'm going to personally just step up and take the 155, the 1.5 for plus money, but I would love a 0.5 line. I would do a lot of things for a 0.5 line for HRR. But yeah, so Davis, Schneider, and then Vlad, I think are good for home runs. I like Brooks Lee for bases. And then we discussed one more over here. Josh Bell, I'm making official as well. Did I favorite Josh Bell? Let me see. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, y'all can see where I was researching Kyle earlier. I put him down for a home run. 330 for Kyle. Are you kidding me? Wow, that's nutty. All right, onward to lay next game. Josh Bell, HRR, or bases. I'm going to do the... I think HR is safer, but I don't mind bases. I'm going to do the HRR, though. Who should I add with Vladdy Homer? Can you not bet straight, Nick? I'll get to Jordan. I promise you. Let me go ahead and favorite it. I do not know MMA. I apologize. Let me save Chase. So when we get down there, correct me if I'm wrong. Chase plays for the White Sox, right? I don't want to skip the game if I'm wrong. Nats 7 straight versus lefty starters have gone over the total. We'll favorite that, and we'll take a for my A's look at Butler. Lawrence Butler, my guy. So I haven't even got this far, so we're gonna learn this together. So this is the way I typically research. Let's go to team versus pitcher, and we'll start with the athletics because my guy brought up the GOAT Lawrence Butler. So there's not much data here. I mean, I see why you're bringing up Lawrence and then Max Muncy, the twin. 2 hard hits. Gosh, his slug and ISO is crazy. What's he do? What did he do against him? A double, a filled out, and then a single. Line drive, ground ball. The angle looks good. Yeah, we'll start Lawrence. Why not, right? Start with Lawrence. Athletics. What do you like for one hit today? I don't really do hits like that, Nick. For total bases, I mean, a couple of them, like, I like Josh Bell. I like Vlad, Schneider. That's just a couple of ones we just went over, but I'm sure there's going to be more that I might like more as we move on. Francisco Alvarez home run. Is that game on right now? Nick Kurtz bases are home run. We'll take a look at that soon. Oh, that's this game. I'm so dumb. I apologize. Hits come with too much. Exactly. Donald gets it. Also, please like the stream. We need to let Josh know we want to do these Saturdays more often. I want to take out the forkball because I don't really care about 21% of the time. I care about anything over 25% of the time. And it looks like, I guess over the year, he's throwing it 26% of the time. So whatever, we'll include it. For Singa in particular, looks like he likes the righties. I don't know. He gives up some to lefties too. Let's see. Lefties 7 1.0. So this is difficult. Do y'all see why this is difficult? Do y'all get why I think this is a game that I may pass on? Does it make sense? Can you believe the Rockets lost? Well, I can't believe Golden State lost to, to the Sacramento last night. That was crazy. I had Golden State money line. I was feeling good about myself, and I went to sleep. Woke up this morning disappointed. If y'all don't see why I don't like this, he looks expressive. Only 1 home run per 9, and then .84 to the right side. 58 innings pitched, 53 innings pitched. Isn't leaning one way. Well, it's not even that. For the home run per 9, I like to look at everything over like 1.5. Finally, Riley Green gets one. Finally, my goodness. Cody K's, Matt. Cody K's. What do you mean? Who's Cody? Oh, Kodai. Okay, I got you. Yeah. K's probably a good look. Let's see. See what the model has for this, because I don't do K's like that, but that makes sense to me. Yeah, 7 is projecting 7.6. Looks like he's going to pitch around 5 innings. We'll see if that aligns. Because I think depending on what the Athletics bats look like, K's might be the way. Not sure. We'll look at Lawrence in a second, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And then what? He's a right-handed pitcher. 26.9, 43, 30, 25, 17, 29, 36, 7.1, 52. I mean, you could probably count on Kurtz at least once, so 1. Shea at least once, so 2. Yeah, Muncy at least once, so 3, 4, maybe probably 5, honestly. 52% is crazy. So we're at 5, just brief. He's at 6.5. That's feels about fair, if not bad. I'd like this around 5.5. I don't know if I like it at 6.5. What's the outs at? 16.5. So you're basically saying he's going, what, 6 innings? Gosh, it just feels high. Am I wrong on that? Singa under 6.5. Yeah, I think that's the edge. I think the edge is on the under, but it's very, 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 very minimal. I'm not, but let's look up Butler for the boy. That's why we came here. Lawrence Butler. Pitcher weak spots. Butler is in a weak spot. So Senga is allowing 273 average, 509 slug, 236 ISO, 1 home run, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 3 RBIs, 20% K, 8 walks. Oh my God. Why? That doesn't make any sense. 253 average, 437 slug. His power, Butler's power hasn't been great in this first spot for some reason. 17 home runs, 21 doubles, 1 triple, 47 RBIs. I mean, I don't hate it. Don't immediately love it though. What I do like though is, I mean, he is seeing he's throwing the forkball so often. It's disgusting. I want someone who's throwing the four-seamer like 40% of the time. I'm a four-seamer merchant for sure. So on the four-seamer, he's hitting it in the air 40% of the time, 20% line drive, only a 33% ground ball, 6.7 home run to fly ball ratio. That ain't bad. That's in the last 15. What about the last 5 though? 20%. Yeah, he looks decent. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm concerned about the barrel though. There's like virtually no barrel. Yeah, there's no barrel to be found on Butler. What were you looking at, Donald, for Lawrence in particular? Singa's getting rocked today. I don't know about that. I ain't know about that. Butler at least has decent. Yeah, he has good head-to-head for sure. I just don't see how you think Singa's getting rocked. I'm not seeing that myself. And he is a right-handed pitcher. 17 mile an hour wind. Oh my goodness. Is this in New York? It's got to be, right? Yeah, this isn't. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. This might be a low scoring game. I haven't even looked down on the other side of the ball, but this might be a low scoring game. 17-mile-per-hour wind in that stadium is crazy. First right-handed pitcher 2026. Bangaliers looks crazy good. Butler not seeing the ball super well this year against right-handed pitchers. I'm leaning toward K's or filled out. I mean outs actually. I'm really leaning toward outs. What's the site he's using? I'm using Prop Finder. Prop Finder's so good. If you can find a rogue 5.5 for like minus 140, I like it. For strikeouts. For the outs, gosh, I really want to take his outs. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see if we can find something here. Why did it populate Muncie? Stand. All right, there we go. So we're looking for around 5.5. Is there anything out there? No, they know he's going to 6. So 6.5. Yeah, I don't know if I can get to 6.5. Don't love that. And then is there outs? I don't think it's earned outs. Is it earned outs? That's such a weird way of saying that. I guess it is. Yeah, no one's holding up 15.5 because they know everything's at 16.5. Goodness gracious. I like that a lot though. What do you think about Singa strikeouts? I think it's a bit high. Like I would like it. I would love it at 5.5. I don't know if I love it at 6.5. Sox start at like 10. That makes sense. How to I saw you using it yesterday. Talking about how much you liked B Marsh and he hit a home run just like that. It's not like that every time, but if you understand what you're looking for, this website will absolutely make it easier for you to find it. Langolier home run. I don't think so. Mostly because of the wind. I mean, if we were inside of a dome, I think that's very very a realistic possibility just because he is destroying the four seamer right now. But when you have to account for 17-mile-an-hour wind in your face, I don't know about that, Chief. He's left-handed, right? Yeah, no, he's right-handed. He's right-handed. So right-handed pitcher. He pulls traditionally, I would imagine. No, straight to pull. Yeah, so he's hitting it like right in this area. HR is probably not a bad look, but I just don't know how. Like they're going to rely. They're going to have to just get people on base, and I don't know that they're going to get people on base. What's the over under on this game? 7.5. That feels about right. I'd probably. This is 8.5. I'd lean super under. Jacob Lopez. How are you doing, my friend? Oh my. So he likes allowing right-handed batters to hit the ball well, huh? Under 4.5 Ks. I don't I don't hate that immediately. Yeah, because 1.73 to righties. This is what I look for, right? Like anything over like 1.5 HR per 9 is a really, really, really good look. I think it's great value. Mets don't K. Yeah, we'll look into it right now. I got you. If you tell Matty you would have already cashed a ticket to hit the. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let him know, Chang. Let him know, man. Thank you. Does anyone have eyes on Xavier Edwards? Has he already cashed his bases or no? He said a triple in 2 straight games. Hey man, would you consider better for 5Ks? Would you consider better for 5K Singa or Logan Webb? What's the? Are you building like a parlay? Because I don't think you're getting 5Ks for Singa anywhere. Let's see what we got for Lopez. So, right-handed batter, right-handed batter. He's K'ing though. That's crazy. A 40% K rate's insane. He's throwing it 35% of the time and the slider 26% of the time. Yeah, that's about right. 60% fly ball, 13% line drive, 13% home run to fly ball ratio, though. 40% hard hit, 40% pull. No barrel in the last 15. That leaves a little bit to be desired for sure. Let's look at the pitch mix now, or the team versus pitcher. Let's go Mets. So only 4 of them have seen him. Bo Bichette, brother, please get it together. Filled out, filled out, filled out. Double and a double. 342, 217, 365, 268. Leaves a little bit to be desired. Jorge Polanco. Brown ball. Nah, I'm good. Jorge, thank you. Lindor, brother, please get it together. And then Marcus. Fly ball, line drive, fly ball. So nothing really there really excites me. That's unfortunate. And then for the Mets, likes right-handers. So let's look at K rate first. Bo Bichette is just absolutely getting K'd out of his mind. So is Alvarez. Francisco, though, has been good. I can't deny that. He has cooled off a little bit. What if we take out the cutter? Is Francisco better? No, he's not. I don't know why he's not populating correctly, because I'm sure if you clicked into him, he looks very, yeah, he's right there. What am I doing? Look at the wrong Francisco. Luis, you interest me. I don't know why there's not a K rating here. 1 home run, 66% fly ball on the year. He's hitting the ball hard right now. 33% barrel. Luis. I'm very interested in Luis. Also have to remember the A's home park is one of the best hitter parks in the league. Numbers are inflated. Look to away splits. Totally. 100%. We are looking at the 4-seamer, I'd imagine. And you just are not hitting it, huh? Filled out. That leaves things to be desired. What about the last 5, brother? Man. Nothing. Why? Are you just getting Kate? I don't just infield outs. Is that all we're doing? Yeah, just a lot of infield outs, I guess. That's unfortunate. He looked good off rip. Looks like Francisco Alvarez, because that was the first one that was brought up for this game. Yeah, he looks good, man. He looks so good. I've been on him a couple of times, or I flirted with betting on him a couple of times. This leaves a little bit to be desired, but I mean, single home run filled out, but like the bat action is 100% there. Like, this is what you want to see for some guy you're trying to bet for a home run for sure. So let's look at the 4-seamer. Take out the outs. Set a couple triples, a couple doubles. I just don't think we should be looking for home runs in this game in particular. If we want to look for HRs, though, I'm sure we can find something. Left-handed pitcher. I don't understand why Luis Robert is populating, but his bat just doesn't look good right now. And then Alvarez looks terrible right here in particular. Vientos looks so good. Just pull up hit. Maybe we can get an HRR out of Vientos. 19% K. What's your seamer look like? I mean, Jesus. He might get a double. This might be a sneaky double play. Our bases. Yeah, I would take this. Minus 140 for a base. I think that's a very good look. This Mets 8 game just speaks 2-1 through yeah, 100%. But I think Marcus can get on base, or Mark can get on base for sure. 0.5 for minus 140 speaks to me. Nito HRR. We'll get to it. I promise you. I got you. I believe it's in New York. It's in New York. If it was in Oakland, oh my, that's a different ballgame for sure. I'm gonna flag this one because I'm kind of feeling it. It's speaking to me. Let's pull up him over here. What's his last name again? Vientos. Or Archie, there you are. Where can we get his best half base? Does anyone have it? Please. Oh, I'm so dumb. Bases. Minus 154 on average, 157 at Caesars, 150 at 365, 155 at Hard Rock. Where's DK? Why is it DK in? I guess they're just not going to hold it. That's so dumb. MGM has it at minus 160, so they're trying to push you to get the two bases. I don't hate the two bases though. At 155, plus 155 and plus 151, I think that's worth a like a 0.3 to 0.5 unit a bet. I mean, you can get plus 160 at Hard Rock if you have it, but around plus 150, I don't mind going for two bases because look at this. Like, he's got the power to clear this park. If the 17-mile-an-hour wind is blowing in his face and it's hitting a gap, he's likely to get a double. Ben Rice too. I got you. Flag that one. What do you think about this two legs Ben Rice? I haven't got there yet. All right, we're gonna move up from this game. I don't think there's a lot to offer in this game in particular. Two pretty suppressive pitchers and a terrible weather situation. All right, White Sox at Royals. Let's look at the weather. Blowing out 12 miles an hour. This might be a good game. Decent temperature. No low precipitation. Humidity looks fine. Pressure looks fine. Wind blowing out. Oh my. We might have something here. Oh yeah. So this is something someone put me onto this, and I kind of like it. I'll start here. Team versus pitcher. Let's get down to the White Sox. So 29 or 30% K, 0.22. Let's go to the pitch mix this year. I think I made this official in the Discord too. So if you look at 2026 in particular, they are not hitting this pitch mix well. 26.7 K rate, 34.8, 33.3, 31.2, 26.1, 27.9. So you can probably get away with like at least, my guess is 2 to 3 Ks in the first, let's say 2, maybe 3 innings. Look at this. I'm being conservative. It's only 4.5. It's only 4.5 for this case. To me, that's crazy. If you pull him up here, he's at 5.5 projected on the model Swish built. We're projecting to go around 5.5 innings. Yeah, I don't see how he does not K this team more than 5 times. And now I'll pull it up here so it's a little bit cleaner of a look for you. So right-handed pitchers, 21% K, 31% K, 46, 37, 15, 16, 34, 0, 33. And then if you look at these batting averages, they have been hard to K. What do you mean? I'm looking at it in 2026. What you mean? Anyhow, the batting averages are terrible. The K percentages are high. And then the pitch mix just in particular isn't particularly great for them. I just think 4.5 is too low. I think I would be standoffish at 5.5 personally. So I ended up taking his 4.5 Ks. Fetty on the mound. Yeah, Fetty's a dong machine too. I've lost betting against the Sox with Ks. Really? That's unfortunate. I'm not the best K projector. That is not my bag, but to me it makes sense. So I'm willing to risk the biscuit. So we wanted to look at, where is he at? Is he even playing? Yeah, there he is. I was about to say, is he even playing? So for Waka, what he gives up is, oh my goodness, stop it. Yeah, I am. J-Main. So he gives up 1.1 home run per 9 to the right-hand side. This year he's given up 1 home run to the left-hand side. So we're just going to treat it as normal. Let's look at the right-hand side first. So he's leaving action on the cutter, and then traditionally it's the sinker. So let's look at the cutter and the sinker really quickly. Actually, let's do this. He's throwing the seamer 24% of the time here and 28% of the time here. So let's make sure the seamer is safe. Yeah, that looks very safe. Not so much righties. And then let's look at the Schneider next. Just not giving up much anything. It doesn't look like. And this is to his weak side. Keep that in mind. And then the sinker is where it appears that he is giving up something. The last 5 is he's not giving up anything. You have to go way back to find something. So I would lean Waka seems to be pretty suppressive, in my opinion. And then so we're looking at Chase, which is a right-handed batter. Who brought up Chase earlier? Let's see. Bases. So we're looking at Chase bases. What's got you looking at Chase bases, my friend? So the slug, 1 to 3 at bats, 6 pitches, batting average of 333, 1.333, slugging, 1,000 ISO, 1 home run. So basically, he got a home run, and that's really elevating this. He's going to see the seamer for a quarter of the time. Looks that way. He's crushing it this year though, but he is K'ing out 33% of the time. The barrel isn't there though. That leaves a little bit to be desired, but his exit velocity is crazy. Oh, that's the last 15. Okay, no, his 26 barrels looks great. However, like this doesn't make a lot of sense. Filled out, single, filled out. He got 1 home run, filled out. He's not being K'd on it on the four seamer. It does not appear. Well, let's just say that we expect him to get a home run. 10 mile an hour blowing out. What's his 50? Let's say 53% pull to straight. 53% ground ball there. That I don't like that. I like the line drive and the fly ball to sum up more than the ground ball percentage. So just keep that in mind. However, he certainly has the power to get it out of this park. He's at around 18% an extra base hit if you include the home run and the double together. And then if you include all of the outs, 65% of them are going out. I don't think that's really necessary here. 81% are singles. Only 11.5% of them are fly balls. 32% are line drive. So probably a double or bases. And 55% are ground balls. Yeah, I don't hate bases here. If you feel comfortable with him batting versus Waka, which I would just heed caution, 50% K rate, 33% K rate, 29% K rate on the year last year, and 6% K rate on the year last year. But I don't hate bases on first look. Did we look at Ben Rice? Not yet. We haven't got to that game. Carter Jensen, that is a demon right there. That is a demon. We'll look at Carter now. Left-hand batter. I think he is a lefty, right? Yeah, he's a lefty. Oh my. Donald might be cooking. We smacked plus 850 the other day with Carter Jensen in the Discord. You do lean more Singa or Webb 5Ks as an outline. I don't do alt lines personally. I lean Singa 4.5 Ks. So yeah, that makes smart. Yeah, I think 5 Ks is fine for. Oh no, not Singa. I lean Waka as baseline, but Singa looks good today. I haven't looked at Webb. I think I'm taking a total basis. Yeah, that makes total sense to me, Donald. This man is a demon. Why is it not? Oh yeah, I'm just looking up Webb. Okay, this makes sense. Left-handed batters, 6 home runs last year, 716 slug, 330 ISO, 16% K rate. This year, give me 1 second. I have a cough. My gosh, y'all know when you talk this much, your voice just gets dry. It's the worst. This year he looks good too. 667. I hit this. I got this home run, or not. I got Carter on a home run earlier this year, but Fetty's giving it up where we want it. So let's look at Carter, the demon. So the cutter, he's not seeing the cutter well. That's unfortunate. What about 20? Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I take it back. He best not throw this man a cutter. My God. Oh my goodness. This man just hit the cutter all last, like over the offseason. Look at this difference. This man spent his entire offseason just hitting the cutter. He's still getting some ground balls in there, 60, 40, 0. So he's leaning to the ground ball on the cutter. However, home run to fly ball, if it's in the air, 40% of the time it's a home run. Hard hit of 80%, 80% pull, which is what we want, I think. And then obviously home run, single, filled out. And that's the last 15. That's pretty much it. But yeah, if you pull up that, like, oh my God. 26 average exit velocity is 113, 26 barrels 100%. Like, that's just on the cutter. It's notable that the wind's blowing this way and he's going to be hitting this way. So that's notable. However, it's also notable that right-handed, like, this is very small sample size, but it's either a single or it's a home run. And that's just on the cutter. Let's make it sample size a little bit bigger. We'll include the changeup as well. Let's see what he's doing individually on the changeup. Not as great, but it's still data. We'll do cutter, four seam, and changeup because he is going sweeper, not four seam, sweeper. And then I want to just check the sweeper. Okay, so he's got a good exit velocity on the sweeper. Good exit velocity on the changeup, just no barrel. So that is unfortunate. Those are being carried for sure by the cutter. Oh yeah, I don't hate bases here. I'm not sure I'd rip him for a home run. Though I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't hate the bases play here. Plus 135 makes a lot of sense to me. I think he hit one yesterday. Yeah, he hit one yesterday. He had 2 dry spells. If this was blowing out to the right, yeah, I would be all over the home run. You got to do the Mario movie. Let me find out. Where are we at? Who's next? Nothing. Okay, so let's see if I can find something in this game outside of Michael case. I do want to look at the left-handed batters because I haven't got to look at those yet for KC. Where are we all at? Am I just blind? There we go. India could surprise us today. Yeah, totally. 100%. That's what I was thinking. We'll take out the sweeper. So this is only 23% of the time. We're looking at the lefties, I believe. Yeah. Caglione. That interests me. But only 25% fly ball. Caglione. Brother man, how are we feeling in 2026? Yeah, you ain't seeing the cutter well. I can tell you that. That's unfortunate. What happens if you get a changeup, though? What happens if you get a changeup? It looks good. Double filled out, double filled out. But 360, 218, 355, 370. He's just got to get his launch angle up. That's all he's got to do. Just get his launch angle up. And then for his changeup. And is he pulling? He's pulling. At least in Oppo. Bases on Caglione ain't bad. Actually. That's interesting. You know what's probably a good play? Carter Jensen HRR, and here's why. Because you got India and Caglione behind him. The Italian Shohei? Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, Cags or Jensen for HRR. I'd win Jensen for the HRR, but I don't hate that. Let's get India and then we'll go to Vinny. Pasquan, I cannot say the word, never mind. You get what I'm trying to say. India, where aren't you? Romeo, there you are. He's K'ing a bit. That's unfortunate, but if he makes contact, he's hitting that thing. I will say it's notable that he's a right-hander, and we were looking at lefties. But he's seen 40 pitches, 3 of 9, 333 batting average, 556 slug, 222 ISO, 2 doubles, and 1K. And then 2026, yeah, I don't know if I can get to India. I mean, I get it. I've been flirting with him to some degree, but just not doing anything at the plate, unfortunately. My goodness. We only have this one thing for the sweeper from this year. Everything else is last year in September. Yeah, this is tough. I don't think I can get to India. You know, India would probably be good for like an RBI. Let's see what his RBIs have been. Yeah, so it's like 3, 5. He's gotten on base some for runs. What's his HRRs at? Yeah, I would probably just leave the HRR for Caglione or Jensen, in my opinion. I would probably take Jensen because Caglione and Indy are behind him. And then you also get the bonus of Vinny and Perez and Bobby and Garcia being in front of Jensen. So I think Jensen HRR is probably a really, 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 really good look. But minus 110. Market seems to somewhat agree at least. And then let's look what the model says. Where are you at, Jensen? It's pretty low. 1.65, so not great. What does it say about India? 1.65. So at least something to be desired. What the base is? Base is at 1.5. So I think that's being carried a lot by Carter's has been on fire, hitting homer. So I wouldn't read too much into it, but it's notable for sure. But I think Carter Jensen HRR is probably where I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna take this. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Let's look at the weak spots and then we'll pull up Vinny. Yeah, so you see exactly what I'm saying, Donald. Vinny keep it gangster. Yeah, that guy. That guy. Pitcher weak spots. We're going back to Kansas City. I want to have a play in this game for a home run because over under is 9. The wind's blowing out. It's better park this year. Just got to figure out who. Maybe it's Vinny. Maybe it's Vinny. So 2, 3, 7, 17. Yeah, Carter Jensen. I'm taking this. Y'all mind if I take a break and enter in some plays before these first pitches? Because I want to enter in Josh Bell. I want to enter in Carter Jensen for HRRs, and we can go over what we have official. All right. So first, let's recap what we've already bet and what has hit. So Bryce Harper hit. Wait, did Xavier not hit? That's unfortunate. Not showing anything live for me right now. I'm confusion. Do y'all know what happened with Xavier? Because he's not showing in my live bets and he's not showing finished either. So I have no idea. Let me go though to, I want to get Josh Bell for an HRR. Josh Bell for an HRR. Also, if you like the stream, please like the freaking stream. You know what I'm saying? Josh Bell, where are you? There you are. Plus 100. They hate me. They hate me. And I'm also going to put these in Discord. And then we're going to take Carter Jensen for an HRR. Minus 120. They're making me pay for it. That's crazy. I remember last time when I took the bases in the home run for Carter, he was at 0.5 bases. I am confusion. What's the confusion, Edwin? What is the confusion, my man? And then let me take Vlad and Guerrero too. They're about to have first pitch soon. Lay Vlad and lay Guerrero. And then I'm taking HR for Vlad as well. This is what we need. Matt live on MLB. Hey, yes, every Saturday, my friend. Every Saturday, my friend. You're good now? Let me find out. So just to recap, let me delete Schwarber. I just took Schneider for a home run. Davis Schneider for a home run. Oh gosh, I accidentally clicked off of it. I took Vlad Guerrero for a home run. Both of them are 0.1 units each. So if you are a $10 better, $1. And then I took Vlad Guerrero for a half unit for his 1.5 HRR. So Davis home run, Vlad home run, and then Guerrero 1.5 HRR. I took Josh Bell HRR over 1.5. I didn't take this one. I'm still considering it, but I like it. And I took Carter Jensen 1.5 HRR. No Ben Rice. We haven't gotten there, my friend. We haven't gotten there. Let me let the Discord know what we're on, and then I got you. Okay, promise. I swear. Someone's adding me in the Discord. Hang on. Someone's adding me in the disc. All right, let me put in the channel, the updates. Carter Jensen over 1.5 HRR. Let's see what I got that at. I unfortunately do not have time to also look up the best odds for these, so that is on y'all to do. Otherwise, I would have done it. But to make this faster for you guys, I am just going to give the odds that I have bet these on in Discord. Shabelle over 1.5 HRR minus or plus 100. I promise you probably get better numbers than I will. 0.5 units. And then also Vlad over 1.5 HRR minus 125, 0.5 units. And then Vlad home run plus 400.1 unit. And then Davis Schneider home run 575. At everyone sent. All right, I'm locked in. I'm back. I apologize. If you did not get the recap on Discord, if you did not get the recap here, I just posted them in Discord. By the way, just some housekeeping. Like the dang stream. If you are not in the Discord, get in the Discord. It's in the description below. Thank you. You'll enjoy it. The free side's even great too. So don't worry. I'm to sign up for anything. But if you want to be generous and you want to do the right thing, in the VIP, there's a lot of stuff there too. Anywho, let's get back to it. I don't think there's anything else in this game that. Oh, Vinny. Let me look at Vinny. 2026 again. He's just a lot of teams just are so cold at the plate so far. Let's look at Vinny though for the cutter. Let's see what he's looking at here. Yeah, just filled out. Just getting the ball in the air, but just not going anywhere. And then the changeup. We'll also look at the changeup really. Yeah, just filled outs everywhere. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I think RBI. If you want to get something on Vinny, but I think Carter Jensen HRR over 1.5 is probably the best play in this game. That's my opinion. Ben Rice going to go. I like Ben Rice, man. I like Ben Rice. I'm just trying to take us game by game by game. You know what I'm saying? LA Cincinnati. Good. You're lucky. Today's your lucky day. There was no pitchers assigned for that game. So, oh my God, I see why. I see why you're all over Ben Rice already, my friend. I will say it is notable that he has allowed more to the right hand side, but Nick Martinez, oh my goodness, this guy's bad. Any favorite strikeout pitchers? I took Michael Wacha for 4.5 Ks. That's the only one I've taken thus far. I will reiterate, I am not the best at projecting Ks. I do a lot better with HRRs, bases, and home runs. All right, let's see what Martinez is giving up in 2026. Not much. That's weird. That's odd, actually. We'll just look at the sinker in general. We'll filter by last 20. Oh, okay. I see. I see what's happening here. I will look at the right-handers and I'm going to go back to the lefties here in a second. I got you. I understand. Yeah, nothing great here so far for this side of the ball, but I'm thinking we're going to find something for a lefty. There's some things, but there's just no barrel at all. However, if we do this, I think we might get lucky. Yeah, he's allowing some power, not much, but he's allowing something to lefties. So let's pull up Ben Rice. Ben Rice is a demon. This guy's already made me money this year. Four-seamer, 6 home runs last year, 15% K rate. He's only K'ing 13% of the time. 463 slug with 207 ISO. And he's hitting the changeup really well, too. He's hitting the changeup really well, too. We'll look at the seamer first. I don't have to show you much more than this. Home run, filled out, home run, filled out, double, filled out, home run, home run. Don't have to show you too much of that. Let's look at the changeup. Yeah, he's so good. My goodness. Yeah, so if you do like the cutter, the changeup, and the seamer, like look at this. They don't have Ben Rice HRR on Hard Rock. Oh my. There's no way this game started. That's weird. They should. Oh my gosh. I hate when it does this. I hate when it does this. All right. Let's see here. Let's go team versus pitcher. Lay Yankees. And we'll just filter by slug. Yeah, my gosh. Trent, if Trent's in the leadoff spot, oh my gosh. Now, I will say this is only 2 at-bats. So keep that in mind. Ground ball and a line drive. Neither one of them are going out of the park. One was a double, though. And then this one, Trent, his exit velocity is crazy. The angle wasn't there. The distance wasn't there. Both were ground balls. And then Judge, filled out, grounded into a double play, home run, fielder's choice, and a single. Now let's go to pitch mix. And we're wanting the lefty. You know, Ahmed Rosario has been crazy lately. That man's been insane. Yeah. Yeah, like look at this. Thank you for shouting out Ben Rice and yelling at me, Price. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. 500 average, batting average, 714 on base percentage. This isn't all in 2026, by the way. I like looking at 2026 mostly because it's recent data. 1250 slug, 750 ISO, 705 WOBA, only 14% getting K'd. Took Mize for 2 walks because he gets 5 a game, and no, that's tough. Can anyone let me know what happened with Xavier Edwards on Miami? How many bases he got? Because Hard Rock's like crashing out right now. 66% fly ball for Ben Rice. Yeah. Yeah. This might be the one, chat. The wind's blowing this way, and he hits it that way. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. We'll look at the 4-seamer, and I think it's is it the changeup? Yeah, the changeup. And take out the outs, and he is a right-handed pitcher. Yeah, like 26% of the time it's a double, 25% of the time it's a home run, 48% of the time it's a single. If you want to look at the outs, there they are. I tend to leave them out just because I don't find they're relevant. 30% fly ball, 46% line drive, 23. Yeah. If it wasn't, I think this is a basis play. I think this is a total basis. Xavier has nothing. Thank you. Appreciate that. He finally let me down after hitting 2 triples. Anywho, right-handed pitcher. Where are you? Why are you? Are you in the middle? Are the lineups official for this game yet? He shouldn't be in the middle. He's probably like fourth or fifth in the lineup. I guess that's middle technically. 4 home runs against righties in 2026. God, I don't know if I want to take him for a home run with 13 mile an hour per wind in his face, but I think he's good for bases. I really think he's good for bases. And definitely like an HRR spot. Definitely an HRR spot. Let's look at weak spots. Yeah, so they're not confirmed yet. They're not confirmed yet. If we get him in the 5th spot, let's see. Let's see what's projected at. Let's see where he is projected at. They're not projecting Ben Rice to play. Aren't they in a dome? If they're in a dome, that's great. I don't. Tampa. Yeah, you're right. Good comms. Tampa is in a dome. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Tampa. However, what's fortunate for Tampa is it does not appear that Ben Rice will be suiting up today. So based on this, let's look at Bellinger, and then let's look at, gosh, who's hitting the ball well? They used to pinch hit last game, and he homered. Yeah, I don't want to bet on a pinch hitter, but it makes sense. Judge or Bellinger, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Gosh, we're not even getting Trent. Trent would have been a good spot too. Cody is not seeing the 4-seamer well. Unfortunately. What about the changeup, my friend? No, you're not seeing that well either. Gosh, I don't know who to go to. Mainly because like the lineups aren't made, but like the changeup and the cutter, no one's really hitting it well outside of Rice and Trent. Yeah. We'll look at Judge just because he's Judge, but I think you want a lefty. Yeah. Judge doesn't even look very good. He looks good last year, obviously, but that's because he's Judge. Sinker, yeah, just nothing there. Look at the changeup. I like it trying to attack bats that are hot currently. The changeup isn't bad, but there's just nothing. Yeah, I'll probably stay away from this game. Unless there's something on the Rays side that I like. I just pitching all that great. I think some Rays. I think he's susceptible to lefties. I was about to say that. Like maybe a Rando. Maybe a Rando, 1 in 8, 43 pitches, 500 slug, 375 ISO, 1 homer. Yeah, maybe a Rando. Rando's seeing the ball pretty well. Let's look at the sinker. Filled out, single, filled out, single, filled out, filled out. So he's not crushing the sinker by any means, but what if we get a seamer? It's a little bit better. It's the exit velocity is significantly better, with just no barrel. However, you do get more base hits for sure. Was the sinker, right? Was the first one. 22% double, 5% home run. And let's look at the 14% home run. I don't know. I'm not, I don't know if I'm rushing to bet this one. If I did anything, it's probably an HRR spot, but I'm not rushing to bet against Max Fried. Um, that's tough. If I had to, which I'm not, I don't. I would probably lean toward bases. It's plus 200. Or even HRR and hope for a sack fly from Junior. Yeah, HR is probably a better bet. Do HRR. I'm not betting this myself. And just hope for a sack fly from Junior and hope that Miranda's on base. Uh, I don't know that I can get there versus Max Fried. That's a tough ask. Chandler Simpson, HRR Yandy. We'll look at Yandy. I got you. 0 for 3. That's tough. It happens. He's been good to us the last couple of days, so I can't complain. I'd be curious to see his bats. His at bats. Randall, what have you done for me recently? He has one home run on him. Those shorts filled out, filled out. The ground ball pop up. Yeah, it's nothing I'm excited for. Mullins fields out one home run. Yandy. It's all ground balls, though. If he can get in play, I mean, at least he's making contact, right? He's not being like Cade, it doesn't appear. I don't know if I'm rushing to bet this game, to be honest. You need a lefty for sure, and Andy is not a lefty. Yeah, I think I'd leave this alone. That's just my opinion. If I had to bet anything, it would be a Randa for an HRR, like 1.5 HRR, I should say. Um, Chandler Simpson. He doesn't play for either one of these teams, does he? Am I forgetting? No, he doesn't play for either one of these teams. Jorge Salor, that man's been insane. Jordan Walker, that guy's been insane too recently. Didn't start yesterday. Either his at bat was yeah, yeah. He plays for the Rays. Does he really? Chandler. He might. He's probably not in this lineup today. He might not be in this lineup today. Yeah, he's not in this lineup today. All right, onward to the next game. And this is we're getting more speculative because we don't have official lineups, so keep that in mind. Um, I'm not going to make anything official past this point on the live stream, only because lineups matter so much in baseball. Like where you are in the lineup matters a lot to where the correlates a lot to where the pitcher is giving up damage, and that's the way I cap baseball. So I don't want to give y'all anything bad. So if you want to get in the Discord, all my stuff is in the free section. So anything I make official beyond this point will be there. I promise you. However, I will not be making anything official on the live stream moving forward. So Kyle is giving up 2.3 home runs per 9 to the left-hand side. Let's see why. The seamer and the slurve. Gosh, the slurve is such a bitch. Four seamer. Yeah, that checks out. He is allowing some damage. And then the slurve. What about to the right hand side? Left hand side was make it even more clear. Yeah, for sure. And what about the right hand side just for giggles? Nope, nothing there. However, the serve might be. No, nothing. For righties. The launch angle is great, but nothing really. And then we'll go team versus pitcher, and it was the Nationals. gosh, yeah. They're hitting this man well. My goodness. Ground ball, fly ball, ground ball, ground ball. Uh, Abrams, ground ball, line drive. Single, 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 line drive, line drive, line drive. All right, perfect. Pitch mix, natties. And we said we wanted a lefty, I believe. And none of them look good. That is odd. Abrams, brother, please. I'm begging. 429 has the home run against him already. 2026, yeah, he's seeing the ball well. He is seeing the ball very well. On this four seam, single, filled out, double, filled out. So no home runs recently off the seamer. He's throwing 58% of the time. Yeah, that's wonderful. 9-mile-per-hour wind in your face, not ideal. And a left-handed pitcher. Not much there. Maybe HRR spot. That might be HRR spot might be good for Rams. You got Woods in front of you and Garcia behind you. How's Garcia doing? Can't find out, can I? Did you say earlier Singa case is solid or likely a fade? I lean that way, but I didn't bet it. King. I think it was 6.5. I think it should be 5.5, not 6.5. 6.5 makes me uncomfortable to go under and go over. So I ended up staying away. If it was 5.5, I would definitely go over. But that's at like minus 110. I wouldn't do it at like minus 200 or anything like that. We can look at the right hand side. Curtis looks great. I don't know why. I don't know who Curtis Mead is, but he looks very good. Let's just say you get the four seamer because he's throwing it 60% of the time. Home run, filled out, double, filled out. And yeah. So I was worried about just very limited data. He's lefty. And then we'll finish it up with James Wood right here. No bueno for James Wood, unfortunately. Does he hit the slurve or something? I guess he does. Let's look at the slurve by itself. Only one home run. That's interesting. And then the seamer. Yeah, it's just everything's a ground ball. I wouldn't be surprised if CJ or James Wood go yard, but like everything's just a ground ball. I don't like betting on that. You're telling me Michael Walker can get 7 Ks versus the Braves, but can't get 5. Come on now, but can't get 5 versus the White Sox. What are you talking about? I took Walker over 5. I took him over 5. Don't know who Foster Griffin is. We can see if there's any 26 data. Oh my gosh, yeah. But here's the thing: how many innings are you going to pitch? How many innings are you actually going to pitch, my friend? 5. This might be something. 24 and cutter. What are you giving up with a cutter to the right-hander? Yeah, exactly. Raffy got it. Not much on the cutter. What about the seamer? Not much on the seamer. What about lefties? No, it's so little data. However, I think this is a guy that can be gotten after. Just don't know who to target. We'll look at lefties just because. So it'd be Milwaukee because the guy is like very susceptible, but I'm not sure that I'm actually going to bet anything here. There you are. Oh my. Yeah, goodness gracious. Brewers money line looks very good. I think this Foster kid's getting thrown out to the wolves tonight. Like that's ridiculous. I don't know who Gary Sanchez is, but that's nutty. He's gonna see it 25% of the time, the four seamer. How much monthly is Prop Finder? I think it's like $20 a month. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Oh, why is Ben Rice still up there? Rosario Ahmed. Oh, you can go back. I'll pull him up for you. I didn't see that comment. That's on me. But he's a righty. We needed a lefty, I think. I'm interested. It's the Brewers. It's in a building. It's in a building. So no wind. Still cold. Pressure isn't great. But that is making me feel some type of way if I'm honest. I'll pull up terrain here in a second. I'm thinking out loud. Do y'all see that? Like, am I crazy? Do y'all know anything about Gary Sanchez? I've never heard of this guy. I think bases is an automatic. If you have Fanatics and you're getting minus 140 for a singular base, yes. 0% K, 0% K, 29 pitches, 17 pitches. Anyone the Braves could hit, they have a good, yeah, totally. Yeah, I think this guy is sending one into orbit. I don't know who he is, but I like him a lot. Plus 466, the market likes him a lot. He strikes out a lot. It doesn't seem to be striking out on the four seamer this year. The cutter, if he gets a cutter, I mean, this might turn into nothing, but yeah, 50% on the changeup last year. What about the four seamer? Only 20% on the four seamer though last year. Yeah, I'm probably going to sprinkle him for a home run. I would not be surprised. I could just still good as a veteran. I got you. Yeah, he looks very good. I think if he's put in, probably taking his bases. And someone asked about the GOAT terrain. Terrain's been kind of cold, right? Terrain's been kind of cold, yeah. Also, I want to go until 2 hours. We're at an hour 38. If y'all can agree on what games y'all want to see in the next like 22 minutes, let me know. We'll check those games out, but we'll finish up this one. All right, so he is going to be seeing the sweeper. Nothing there really excites me. The cutter. Yeah, nothing too much. Will he get a four seamer at all? Doesn't appear that way. Does he hit lefties well at all? Just in general? No, he doesn't. That would be slightly worrisome. So Terang isn't good against lefties. Used to play for the Yanks. Let me find out. Saying minus 125 for 5 FKs doesn't feel like a bad bet in my opinion, King. If I had it, I'd probably take the shot. I would like it probably more around like 115, 110, but minus 125, I don't think it's bad. I like it. Yeah, I like Sanchez a lot. Let's look at Blake Perkins. Yeah, he's hitting the four seamer well. 97 off the bat, 26 or 20% barrel. Someone just texted me Bobby Witt stolen base today. So do with that information what you will. We'll go back and check that out. But someone just texted me that. The four seamer. A lot of filled outs, I think. How many? Yeah, nearly 70%. I think I'd pass on this one. I think I'd pass. I am going to let me flag this one so I'll know to come back and look at this. Because that's something I might run later tonight. Garrett Mitchell. Is there anything here? See a cutter maybe a quarter of the time. What are you doing with the cutter, brother? Nothing. You're not doing much with it. 0%. And yeah. Yeah, Garrett, I'm out, brother. I'm out. Contreras? What about you, brother? What about the seamer? 100% on the exit velocity off the four seamer. Filled out double, filled out double, filled out home run, filled out, filled out. This might be something. 30%, 50%, 10% home run to fly ball, 90% hard hit, 60% pull. He's a righty and against a lefty. And he's pulling the ball. Is that correct? Yes. So he's hitting ball this direction. I don't hate this. I don't hate Contreras. Contreras might send one too. 560. Yeah, I like that. I like bases too. And then depending on the lineup, I might even like the minus 125. I'm inside the HRR. I will put this in Discord if we end up betting it, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to bet Contreras tonight. Let's see. All right, guys. I've got a slide in 18 minutes. What games out of these last six do you actually let's do this. Let's go to the weather and see if there are any in these last six that something we need to absolutely get to. That one's not bad. The temperature is decent. I just don't know what the pitching situation is. Wind's blowing in at Oriole Park. Not cold, but not warm either. Atlanta is 78 degrees. Wind's blowing out. We might have to take a look at that one. Actually, let's go there now. Let's go to St. Louis, and then we'll go to Atlanta. And then maybe finish with LA. Orioles Giants game. My concern here is like the wind's blowing in and it's 61 degrees. It's a bit cool. We can see who is pitching though. Yeah, I'm not excited about this one. What do you want? You were asking about Webb, right? I have no read on K's if I'm honest with you. 16, 24, 39, 5, 45, 20, 2076. He is a right-hander. Drake Baldwin. Yeah, let's go to Atlanta. All right, let's go to St. Louis and go to Atlanta. I'm very interested in those games. Ranger Suarez. Someone asked about him earlier. Someone asked about Suarez K's, I believe. Or pitching outs. Let's check out this really quickly. He's not K'ing super often, and in fact, he looks like he's getting beat up in 2026. So that's a tad bit concerning. I'm not sure I'm excited to bet anyone like to go to hit a homer against him, but that is a bit concerning. But both of these guys look pretty suppressive. So let's go to Atlanta. 113. Gosh, why do all these people look suppressive? Neither one of these guys have pitched very much though, so that's notable. Let's look at the right-handers for Parker. The four-seamer has given up one home run to the right-hand side. Ground ball though, 20%, 10%. That's unfortunate. The changeup, maybe doubt it, but worth a look. Yeah, everything he's pitching is turning into a ground ball. That's not what you want. Oh, that's 26. Yeah, that's just not what you want. And then we'll look at the Martin Perez pitches. Well, there's no data on this guy, so that's unfortunate. It's tough. My friend's in stream and he said, put some respect on Gary Sanchez, who used to be a dog. Listen, man. Listen. I'm planning on betting on him tonight, probably. That's funny. Oh, pitch mix. That's what I wanted. And we are going to Atlanta. Ozzy looks good. Acuna looks decent, but Acuna's been cold. He hit a home run last night for the first time, I think, this year. He's been cold. What about Drake? Drake doesn't look great against this pitch mix, so that'd be my concern there. Looks like the Yankees just announced the lineup. We'll circle back to that before we sign off. Let's look at Ozzy. We'll check out the four-seamer and the change-up. (50-20), so that's good. 40% hard hit, 40% pull. There's no barrel and no exit velocity, so that's unfortunate. And then the change-up, that's just nothing. It's not what you want to see there. Jonah, please, brother. The four-seamer. Yeah, just not hitting it at all with distance. I like Jonah slightly more than I like Ozzy, but Martin Perez is terrible. Hey, no, there's no data, so I can't make an assumption and give it out, unfortunately. Jonah interests me. I'm not sure how much he interests me, but he does. You like seeing a case? I think it's a good look at 5.5. Someone asked about Drake. I'm not sure that I would bet Drake tonight. Yeah, Drake's been on one, and if he catches a four-seamer, it could certainly leave the park. But he's probably going to see it like 17% of the time. You look at Fry. Who does he play for? Who does David Fry play for? Does he play for Atlanta? The Guardians. I can't jump around. I gotta slide soon. I can't jump around. Someone asked about Acuna HRR. Yeah, I'll circle back to him, but I can't jump around moving forward. I can't. Oh yes, okay. It is. Atlanta has sent their lineups. Thank God. I was about to say I cannot call HRRs right now without lineups. He's going to see the seamer 43% of the time, 40% fly ball, 30% line drive, 50% pull. Like he's leading off. 2026, he hasn't looked great. He's going to be seeing a left-handed pitcher. I don't know. He's only getting K'd 18% of the time. I mean, he's hitting the ball in the air. How many times is he going to walk? 18% of the time as well. Yeah, I mean, if he catches a four-seamer, he can send it, but he's just been so cold. That's just my concern. I don't hate, because my thing is like, yeah, I don't hate HRR. If you think he can get on base, I don't hate HRR. I don't think that's a bad look. I'm not sure that I'm betting it, but I don't hate HRR for Acuna. And then let's go to LA really quickly, and then we'll go to the Guardians. Okay, I see what you're saying. David Fry. Let's see what we got. I got you. 3 home runs, 27% K off the cutter. And he's going to see that 32% of the time, Filled out, fielder's choice, home run, filled out, home run, home run. Metrics, Dalton went. Dang it. Dalton went. 92% on the 26 exit velocity, no barrel. So that's unfortunate. Let's look at the changeup. No barrel on the changeup either. He's hitting a 40% ground ball on that one, and then 20% on this one. So you definitely want him to get the cutter. What does he do with the cutter in play? 30% time is a home run. That's crazy. But it's very, very limited data. Change up, and yeah, we'll just add the change up and then see. Add some. I don't hate bases. I think bases is interesting. Because he could put it out of the park, but I think you're asking a lot for a guy who doesn't have a barrel right now. But he could do it for sure. I think bases is an interesting look. I can't say anything about HRs right now, but minus 125 for a base hit is kind of criminal. Anything plus 185 on Hard Rock for 2 bases seems pretty realistic considering 24% home run or 24% double, 12% home run, 64% single. Obviously, again, not including outs, but is he K'ing at all? Yeah, he is K'ing. That is something to take into consideration. He is K'ing a bit. And then in 2026, 50% of the time. So I would just be careful. I like when I'm betting on bases for someone to have a very low K rate. And then we want to go to LA and check out that game, and then we'll circle back to the Yanks and get the heck out of here. Gosh, they look so suppressive. Let's go to pitch mix and we'll pull up Texas. Tejas. Take off the changeup. Corey Seager looks decent. 55% fly ball this year. K rate of 26%. That's unfortunate. His launch angle looks good. His barrel looks good. Let's look at Corey. This is a bit chalky, but I don't hate it. Corey's paid me well this year. He's not K'ing out, so that's huge. He's going to see the seamer 47% of the time. Yeah, look at this. Home run, sac fly, filled out, home run, single, filled out. Yeah, I'm probably going to bet Corey Seager for a home run. I'm probably going to bet Corey Seager for a home run for sure. Can't really comment on HRRs or anything, but I also like him for bases. Like, you're telling me that there is a 52% chance of him getting a double or a home run? Yeah, I like him. Is he pulling the ball? No, he's hitting oppo. He is a lefty. Yeah, that makes sense if he's hitting oppo out this way. But he's clearing this wall. Yeah, I'm playing Seager. I'm playing Seager for a home run. What's he best offered at? Well, you can make that official. I'm 100% playing Seager for a home run. Evan Carter. I'm not in love with it just looking at that part, to be honest with you. If he gets a 4-seamer, he's not K'ing. So let's look and see if he's got a barrel. No ground ball, so that's huge. 40%, so that's gonna be in the air. 10% home run to fly ball, 60% home. Oh, okay. Okay, you might be cooking. Home run, filled out, double, filled. This might be a good basis play. I don't know if it's another home run play, but it might be. He's pulling the ball, yeah. He's pretty mixed. It's probably going to go this direction though, just because of the wind. I mean, I don't hate bases. Yeah, if you can get a 0.5 from minus 135, I think that's very good for Evan. He's got a low K rate. He's getting the ball in the air. He's hitting with power. He's got the right launch angle. If he was barreling consistently, these filled outs would be home runs. They have not played each other, so there's that. And then let's look at the other side of the ball. Lay Dodgers. Oh my, they've been very good today. They've been very this season. I don't even know where to start. Let's take out these two because it's less than 25%. Gosh. Oh, also we called Andy on the live yesterday, and he hit a home run. Cut him on the live yesterday, and he hit a home run for us. Let's start with Andy. Why not? He's going to see the four seamer as well. These pitchers are just four seamer merchants. It's crazy. Yeah, so he's no barrel on that actually. So that he's a hard pass. Alex Call. I don't even know who you are, brother. Nothing there for me. Will Smith, are you finally going to do it again? You started off the season hot and then you got cold. He's only K'ing 10% on the four seamer, so that I love that. Is he pulling or is he hitting Oppo? Guys, why stop hitting Oppo? Because he's sending the ball this direction, I think. No, he's right-handed. Okay, so he's sending the ball this direction. That makes sense. Yeah, that's good for us. Will Smith might send one. He might send another one tonight. Bases makes a lot of sense, Will Smith. Hey, Free Sauce, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother man. Hey, was hopping like a private call. I know you were talking to me the other day about like wanting to learn this more. Was hopping a private call. I appreciate you, brother man. Hey, Swish, I appreciate you. I think you're incredibly handsome, by the way. Yeah, I think Will Smith might send one again tonight. Obviously, Shohei looks great. I don't think we even need to go over that guy. Probably not going to bet him because of obvious reasons. But Will Smith looks very good, in my opinion. Alex Freeland? Yeah, we can check him out. Yeah, Freeland looks good. Just in terms of like the K rate and all of those things. If he catches a four seamer, which he likely will, he's got a good exit velocity, a good barrel. Could be better, but he does have one. Four seamer, not a ton of data to work with here. So I'd be cautious betting Freeland, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think we can look at Kim. I think we might circle to the Yanks since they just got announced the lineups and get the heck out of here. Let's look what he does to the four seamer. Oh my. This might be one too. Double filled out, single filled out, home run. That all looks good. How many times did he actually get one though? Yeah, this might be a good basis play too. Like Kim might be a good basis play. Yeah, are we getting a 0.5 again? Yeah. 140 on this is all day. I would hit this all day. Again, just I'm waiting for the lineups before I put anything out for this game. But if that's a 0.5 when I get to it, I'm hitting it. Gosh, I think that might be it for this game. I'm not seeing anything else in the pitch mix that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think that's it for this game. But to recap, I like where's he at? Will Smith. I think Will Smith might get it together. Oh, Freddie Freeman. I need to look at Freddie. And put him on the four seamer. Early game K Sweat. What you mean? What happened? I don't have it in front of me. Ben at fourth, by the way. Oh, Ben's in? They rolled Ben in? Oh my. Yeah, we're circling back. Are Matt's official bets posted anywhere? Yes. Are you in the Discord, Antonius? You can find those things in the Discord. Gosh, why did this shrink? Yeah, I'm betting Freddie and I'm betting Will Smith for home runs. Have to. Let's go back to the Yanks game because if Ben is in that 4 spot, that certainly interests me. That certainly interests me. Oh my gosh, he is. So Nick has allowed 5 home runs, a 307 ISO, 615 slug, 308 batting average, 9 doubles, 15 RBIs, a 12 or 13% K rate, 5 walks. Yeah. Ben. Benny. That's my guy. And what did we like about him? Was it the seamer? So he's hitting the changeup really well. And it's in a dome. Yeah. I will make this one official, boys. Give me Ben Rice HRR. Give me Ben Rice HRR. And then give me lay home run. I will take both of those. You can't bet Ben Rice blindly. What you mean? We're looking at him. We looked at him earlier. Yeah, Gary Sanchez looks so good. I'm so glad we found him. I hope he plays because I will be sprinkling him. This is a little bit concerning actually for the changeup. I just noticed this. He has a 10% fly ball on the changeup. However, like, how can I not bet on this? Home run filled out, home run filled out. I highly doubt that he's only going to see the 4-seamer 19% of the time. Because in 2025, this person threw it nearly 30% of the time. I'm going to sprinkle the home run and I'm going to take the HRR. Anywho, it's been 2 hours. Thank you very much for everyone who showed up and hung out. It's been really, really fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please like the dang stream. I would appreciate the heck out of it. Let Josh know we need to do this more often. And I will see y'all. I think we're doing a live stream tomorrow for NBA. But anywho, good freaking bye. Get in the freaking Discord if you want the remainder of the plays this evening. And I will see y'all tomorrow.